Hello guys, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Iqbal. Now I will explain about the journal. The title is Learning Motivation and Student Achievement Description, Analysis and Relationship Boards. Abstract. Education is very important for humans. Through this education throughout the world will increasingly flourish. However, I pace with the activities within the learning process, not a few many students who have less motivation in learning activities. This result in lower maximal learning processes and in turn will affect student achievement. This study focused to discuss matters relating to the motivation to learn and student achievement, with the aim of strengthening the importance of motivation in the learning process so that a clear relationship with the student achievement. First, introduction. Increases development within a country is an indicator of development and progress within the field of science and education. This indicates an important role for the development of science and technology to the development within a country. The country currently needs to be tuberous on the achievement produced by the process of learning activities and academic instruction because some countries have a fear that the process of learning and the demand of school will end with achievement result unsatisfactory. Student achievement in formal academic instruction can be observed from the rank actualization in student learning activities. Additionally, student achievement can describe the level of achievement of students in terms of knowledge, skill and experience of learning formulated by learning objectives for the school curriculum. The test results were followed by students reflect the extent to which students can achieve learning goals in each subject in educational instruction. Thus, increasing student achievement illustrates the quality of education is getting better. Theory that will be used in this research is the theory of learning outcomes expressed by Gale. Gale states the learning is a set of cognitive processes that change the nature of environmental stimulation, passing information processing and become the new capabilities. Theory shows that learning is influenced by their main component, namely external conditions, internal and learning outcomes. While the factors that affect student achievement according to previous studies including student motivation. This study examines the relationship between the motivational factor of student learning and academic achievement gained by the student. Contribution of student achievement is supported by the motivation of student in school. Motivation is an internal process that is one of the main factors that determine the success rate of student learning. Motivation is important in determining how many students will be learning from a learning activity or how much to absorb the information presented to them. Methods. This research was done in less than 1 year. Then the method used is a cross-sectional method. The method of research by improving the object within a certain time are not sustainable in the long term. In this research, use exemplifying research type and statistic with simple correlation analysis. By using exemplifying type obtained an overview of the motivation to learn and student achievement. While statistical analyses were performed to determine the extent on the relationship between the variables of learning motivation and student achievement. In this study, using other than using first data obtained from the first hand to be analyzed next to find a solution or the problem studied. Source of first data in this study are all the obtained from interview, observation, and questionnaire taken from PGRI STKIP Sukabumi student who followed the course in an introduction to microeconomics and Indonesian course. Next, result and discussion. Learning motivation. The result of research relate to learning motivation of students in university. In the course, Introduction to Economics in Distribution can be explained that out of 97 students who studied, 28% have fewer categories. 34 2% had a mild category, 31 and 96 have an superior category, and etc. While on the subject of motivation to learn Indonesian student, in the distribution can be explained that out of 97 students who studied, 25% have fewer categories. Theoretically, the motivation to learn is something that drives, motivates, and engages students in the learning. Motivation can be defined as a process where we goal-directed activity was investigates and sustains consisting of inherent motivation. Student achievement. The results shown in the distribution of student achievement conditions were taken from the result of the student test score obtained as follows. Of the 97 students who conduct the research as respondents, theoretically, it's meant by achievement are often called learning outcomes in the capability of a person caused by the stimulus coming from the external environment and cognitive process performed by the student. Furthermore, in terms of the student achievement of the course Introduction to Microeconomics and Indonesian subject, so that 59 and 28% of the students have a superior record and a very superior. Student achievement is right now will not be separated from the current condition among the students followed the lecture, whether positively motivated or otherwise, or the students were very enthusiastic in following all the lectures that have been agreed upon. Next, relation learning motivation and student achievement. The result of the statistical calculation show that there are differences in the correlation coefficient between the relationship of motivation to learn in an introductory course microeconomic relation or of the subject of motivation to learn Indonesian. In the course Introduction to Microeconomics has a positive relationship between learning motivation and direction for the achievement of students with a correlation coefficient of R 0.81 and entered into the criteria of very high and almost perfect, which means that 81% of student achievement STKIP PGRI Sukabumi influenced by the student learning motivation and 19% influenced by other factors. This is due to the method of the motivation, creative and fun, while students attend the lecture method, collaborative learning and cooperative, beside the references, and etc. If you see the result from the correlation calculation above, it can be said that the motivation to learn is good to have a beneficial relationship to the student achievement, especially students who are in the environment STKIP PGRI Sukabumi. Next, conclusion. This study describes of learning motivation student achievement and also the relationship between the two. The study concludes that the learning motivation of students on two subjects that use it as a reference. The course Introduction to Microeconomics and Subject Indonesian. In the course Introduction to Microeconomics, maturity of the student marks into class have excellent motivation and excellent as are the subject Indonesian.